Hi guys, how's it going? Matt the Tomato right here. Hope you're well. Thank you for tuning in, and welcome back to some more Europa Universalis 4. We are playing here as Wales, and yeah, so far expansion has been quite slow. We are in a Regency Council at the moment, but possibly when we get out of the Regency, I might consider the idea of attacking Scotland. Quite possibly a thing. So, influential preacher, 10 papal influence or the prestige. Let's take the papal influence here, because that means we can grab another one of these things. And I'm actually going to pick up the inflation reduction and interest reduction as well for the loans. I think that's going to be an excellent idea. So that will drop the interest, and also will drop the inflation, which we need. So that's going to be helpful. Any interesting dispute successions? So just the French, but obviously we don't have a. I don't think we have a role here. Scotland and Austria, because they have the same dynasty, so unfortunately no potential PU there. That being said, if we had a PU over France, we would likely die very, very quickly. So, obviously they have 5 heavies. We're not in the position where we're building up our navy yet, which we should start to do, I think. I think we should definitely do that. Oh, that's Holland, not Scotland. I keep confusing the Scottish flag with the Holland flag. It looks very similar down there, but no. Oh well. So Burgundy is actually relatively big and quite interesting over here, which is quite cool. Maintain the diplomat in France. Okay. Any good subject interactions here? I was going to say we could do that. Might just get them to embargo Scotland though. Might be a good idea. So obviously Age of Reformation is going to be in play here, so we need to keep an eye on this. And who decides to go Protestant, where, how and why. And obviously whether we decide we want to do the same. Heaven knows at the moment. Right, so we could go with some more PowerPoint syncing here. So, put some admin in, let's put some military, and another couple of points in there. Probably try to go to 4 developments, but also just keep the amount of colonialism keeping going there. Because obviously the tech penalty is just going to be annoying. That being said, we're investing more points overall compared to the investment into the tech penalty as to what we would normally get. But I feel that it's useful because obviously developing up London into a powerhouse might be quite good, and especially to get some of the other institutions to spawn later on, in particular global trade, because English Channel tends to be quite rich, possibly manufactories as well, that could be a really good one, and possibly, depending on what religion we go, printing press. Yeah, see, if we weren't Protestant or Reformed, we could get printing press. And obviously, global trade and manufactories we might be able to get to spawn as well. Parliament and universities and stuff like that as well we might want to consider doing. So, yeah. Plenty of good stuff that we might want to look into. How are we actually still doing for money? It's 220, that's fine. Just wondering whether to invest in maybe either some artillery or some cavalry here, but I think we're quite okay at 11k troops. We can invest if necessary. Just need to increase the number of money, the amount of money coming in, so that we can pay off some of these loans, I think, because that's what's causing us a few issues here. How's this HRE situation? Okay. So we'll see whether the religious leagues form as well and stuff like that, and whether there's any benefit to us joining a potential side. I'm actually going to build another light ship, and do you want to know the reason why I'm doing that? Single light ship, because I don't like the number 13. So I'm just going to build another light. Again, as well, though, sinking money and things into our light ships is just going to sap more trade out of this this trade node, and it's going to be worthwhile. And eventually, at some point, we might want to start protecting trade in the North Sea as well if we have enough land over here in Scotland. Might be some potential, but obviously we're going to look to potentially vassal feed over this way. I'm liking the idea of bringing Desmond into a fight, so basically declare war on Desmond to bring Scotland in. However, I don't like the idea of bringing Brittany in. Not too keen on that, so Speaking of Brittany, how's our relations? Not too bad. Enemy of enemy as well. Friesland is probably no longer a valid rival, so we probably will have to change a rival soon. Yeah, we'll probably have to lift the embargo there. Let's bring home the guy from Denmark. I guess temporarily we can improve some relations in Brittany. Good. See, this is the problem. The inflation just keeps jumping. So overall, inflation is bad. So how many... We have quite a few claims on Scottish territory. We're also ahead of them in military. However, they have gone for the next national idea. They've gone offensive. Okay, so... they will pick up the offensive ideas. So they got the first two, which is leader shock and recruitment time. So eventually they will get the land force limit modifier and prestige and stuff, and also the discipline. So we're... Ooh, France, really lovely. Thank you very much. More subsidies. Much appreciated. My goodness, that's great. So let's allow that to pile up. And so basically we're slowly losing our military advantage here over Scotland, which is quite annoying, but we kind of need to snipe them. Which is tempting me a straight up declaration against Scotland and calling in France. Possibly as well, if Sweden is involved, we could call in Denmark as well, which might be a nice thing to do. In fact, that'd be a good war. So Denmark and Norway can hold Sweden. France, if it wants to drop troops, it could. Ulster can attack Desmond, and we'll go in against Scotland in a straight 1v1. Me likey. Obviously, there's Gellera over here as well, but then if the French fleet gets involved... I like the sound of that. Pile in against Scotland. So I need this regency to be over. Like, honest to God. I want this regency to be over now, so I can go in. Whilst we still have the advantage. They have a +3 stability though, which is crazy. Which is sort of tempting me to think maybe we should go increase our stability. But I'm rather interested in just piling in some more points over here. We need 133 Diplo for that, and that gets us how much? I'm not sure how much that's going to net us. So it might take one or two more investments of power points into London, and then we can get colonialism to pitch up here, which would be really, really nice. So nearby friendly province has colonialism is a spread modifier. So it won't spread to Scotland. It'll spread in our own provinces, but it won't spread to Scotland. So we may be able to pick up a tech. May be able to, depending on the advantage that we get. But at the very least, we want to plough into Scotland and cause some havoc. So, yeah, I like the idea of that war. Hopefully nothing changes between now and then. France still has a disputed succession, which is frustrating. Really would like them to get an heir there. Right, you move out here. I'll wait for that fleet to come back. Influenza. Yeah, we'll have to quarantine the port here. Austria was re-elected. Okay. That might change the dynamic of stuff, because they don't have an heir anymore. Yeah, that changes that dynamic, because they don't have an heir. So that's good. So just merge those guys together. So that means just a simple noble would succeed to the throne. Which would be the same in... it'd still be a Stuart noble, but still a bit annoying. But that changes the dynamic, so obviously that means that hopefully France will not fall under a PU or anything like that. This is annoying for Austria, certainly, that they're so close to this HRE reform here, and they're not able to do it. Okay, I'm keeping an eye on that. There we go, so 89. So one or two more and we'll be able to invest. I'm going to invest admin and Diplo. I'm going to keep the military flying up here. Excellent. Okay, and obviously we'll be declaring war on a rival, so we'll get the power projection from that. Plague, oh, for goodness sake. Just when we're about to pay off a loan as well, so I'll pay some ducats and get that sorted. Bring home the guy from France. Are we maxed out relations here? Not quite. Let's go ahead and max out relations with Ulster to make sure that they're really properly on side here. What force limit, or what troops? So 15k troops with a force limit of 30. So we're not that far behind them, because they were massively ahead of us in force limit for a long time. We caught up a little bit, and obviously we're not actually at our force limit here either. We can spend on some more troops, so necessary we could pile up quite nicely here. But I'm keeping the money piling in because I want to repay some of these loans. Do I still have mercs? No. Okay, I was just checking that whether I had any mercs or not. Muscovy declare war against Kazan as well, so that's quite good. That means Muscovy won't get involved in any of the Sweden-Denmark rubbish. So that's good. So very, very close to being able to declare this war. Do we call in Brittany as well? I don't know, maybe for the Navy, but I think the French Navy is probably going to be sufficient. They have more heavies than the Scots do, so, and also if they transport troops over, that'll be so good. Okay, let's bring you home. You're nearly maxed out there anyway, so that's good. So if we can have, yeah, we have 200 with all of our guys here, all of our relations. So Oxford could be a good place for trade. London for taxation, also for workshop stuff. But I like the idea of just building a manufactory, start the manufactory stuff going. Obviously, there's no individual manufactories now, it's just straight up manufactory, which is quite interesting. I think we should repay one of the loans. Yes, the interest has dropped, which is nice. Let's repay one of the bigger ones. Not that, I don't think that matters too much. But yeah, we'll repay one of the bigger ones. Nearly out of this regency. That's fine. Lost a claim against Ulster. We don't want to claim against Ulster. Obviously, Ulster can come over here with its own ships and help us out. Got a good feeling about this war. Ooh, 2 Protestant centres of Reformation right there. That's crazy. Has a third one spawned at all, or no? Okay. Obviously, France is going to have quite a few issues with the Reformation as well, so cool. Okay, so we're going to get some good monies here, and what we're going to try to do here, I think, is take as much as we possibly can from Scotland. We just need to take as much as we can, I think. It's got to be the turnaround point where we establish ourselves as the major power here, and not Scotland. Taking London early on, where we did, was really good. So no, I'm not going to invest military. I'm going to invest an admin and a diplo into London to get the colonialism. Also develops it up to a ridiculous development province, which is great. Right, dude. We have a really rubbish leader over here as well. I think we need another. I need to roll a different one. That's better. Not that much better, but it is better. Maintain diplomat, that's fine. Actually, we should start to build the spy network back up again, so that will help with potential sieges. So in actual fact, we will indeed return. We also still have that military tech advantage, which is nice. So that's quite good. This one transport at the moment is utterly just sat there, chilling, you know. We'll dock it up over this way, though. Claim, okay. Yeah. So the big question really is going to be, is France going to drop troops or not? That's sort of the question we're going to ask here. Let's get, actually, no. Let's get 2 get a cavalry and an artillery. Actually, no. Keep the monies. There we go. Let's get 2 artillery. Denmark declare war on Poland. Well, that's frustrating. Because obviously that means I can't call them into this war. Ugh. Okay. Nevertheless, I think we're going to declare this war anyway. The question is Sweden going to drop troops? That's the real question. So obviously I want to put the forts up here. An educated duke. Garbage gains 2 admin. Okay. Ah, right. So that was what the event earlier was about. Okay. Right. So let's declare war. We'll call in France. We'll call in Brittany. We'll see whether they land any troops or not. And we'll declare for Cambridge. This is a hard war. This is going to be very, very difficult. Declare. Right, let's go. So we'll see whether the French drop any troops here. Or indeed Brittany. And we also need to keep an eye on whether Sweden's going to drop any troops. So we have a tech advantage. Oh, Denmark, absolutely. Come on in. Let's get you involved. Obviously that will keep Sweden busy as well. So we're going to get everyone involved here. As much as possible. So here lies the question: are France going to join the land attack here? So monies, nice. Okay, right. Move to Derby. Put the cannon in there. Do this. 13k is a horrible number of troops, but that's why we're going to put that there. Okay, so obviously Norway's involved as well, so we can use the navy. So let's see whether there's going to be any mobilization of troops. And in fact, looking at this, it looks like they're all going to pile up to go help Denmark, which is quite interesting. Okay. Do we still have the Morale of Armies guy? Yes, we do. Excellent. Right, so what I might want to do is try and prevent... Ooh. I'm going to go siege. Should have probably done that earlier. But I think we're going to go try siege here. Try and get a quick siege. There's a blockade there as well. Notice there's only 560 guys, so we may be able to assault. What? Jesus Christ, dude. Right. Oh, you're going to try and cut me off here, aren't you? No, you decided against it. Good. Right, excellent. So, thinking about where... Because I could position my lights here and stop people from crossing over. Not sure I'll be able to do that, though. The other thing is Scotland sent half its army across here, which is really useful. Right. There's the heavies from France. They're blockading the wrong piece of coastline. Right, so the papal sanction has expired for taxes. That's quite a bit of a shame. Wall breach. So here's a question. I think we want to go in here. We could assault this. I'm going to get in there. We're going to assault that because the garrison's rubbish. Oh my god, that's brilliant. 50% national tax modifier. Thank you very much. We'll win that siege. Do need to recover some of the morale though, so let's try and keep away from battles for the moment. But that's a really, really good siege to win. Obviously, trying to siege this one down will be significantly harder. Let's get across here. We're currently taking a few penalties here. That's a nasty province to stand in. We'll take all the penalties there. Right, so that's just delayed Scotland there with a little bit of that. So we could scare the Scottish troops here. No, you're going that way. Fantastic. Okay, so detach a unit there. Walk in there. Why are you heading over there? Wondering why you're going that way. I just wonder whether anybody was dropping any troops at all. Oh, you've gone to attack Gelre over here. Okay, so we might want to piece them out of the war quite quickly as well. But there is a huge fleet there. So if I were to stand here, I would completely block any reinforcements from coming across. Right, I'm going to get the institution here. So +7. So close. So let's invest that and that. So colonialism is now present there, and now we'll just save up the points for whatever we need. This here is a nasty... The problem is I'm just allowing the garrison to build up all this time, which is not great, but... sort of just maybe trying to get some other people out of the war here. So Gelre has nearly been fully occupied over there, which is great. I'm going to engage here. Let's get you to move there. I want to tempt the Scottish army into an attack. Okay, then I'm going to go here then. New commandant. Discipline, following Protestant. He's cheaper to employ, but yeah, I don't think we'll go with that. Okay, naval battles taking place. Come down here. Obviously, we're not getting ticking war score at the moment either, which is another problem. But there's plenty of ships involved here, which is great. How is the battle over this way going? So Denmark, yeah, not too bad. Relatively even so far. You're chasing down that army. But I'm going to peace out Gelre here. So you can keep your alliance with Scotland. That's absolutely fine. But I'm basically just going to grab war reparations and all your cash. Which is great. Which also allows me to pay off some loans or embrace the institution. Ooh, see, that would be good. Embracing the institution will get rid of our tech penalty. Then we're not really close to getting any techs at the moment anyway. So in actual fact, I might pay off a loan instead. I'll pay off the cheapest one though. Let's pay off this one. And keep that amount of ducats kicking around here like that. That's probably going to be good. Go here. See whether I could perhaps engage with this stack over here. And in fact, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to push for that. So I'm going to wait until you lock yourself in. I'm going to slow down time here, actually. You're locked in now, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tackle you. You're going for the little 1k stack anyway, so we're going to catch you before anything else happens there. Fantastic, so that little 1k stack can just carry on about its business. And we can stack wipe as well, so that's lovely. And Scotland is way too late reacting to that, which is great. Well out of position. We still got like superb, yeah, still really good, good stuff going on here. Right, so Scotland's brought all its troops back together now. Just looking at our own force limit, we could potentially increase our up to 15 here quite comfortably. We've occupied the war goal now as well. So I'm just going to stand... Yeah, see, Scotland has a bigger army than we do here at the moment. We do have a tech advantage, though. We still do have the morale boost and the infantry combat ability in our favour. So still plenty of things to work towards. The problem is, obviously, they brought their two armies together here, which is very frustrating. So I'm going to try to look... This is the point where I wish France and Brittany would drop troops. Ooh, really? See, the interesting thing here is what we could do is if we can get enough war score here against Sweden, we could feed some provinces to Denmark, which will make them a little bit stronger, which is very, very good. Austria is the papal controller, okay. What I kind of need, strangely enough what I kind of need, is Scotland to start sieging somewhere. Okay, soiree. Good evening, my lady. 434. No. What is going on? I thought I was paused. I'm not paused. Really? Oh, damn it. Move there. So we could take the air. Only 16 though. It's a 434. It's really good. Or a super cheap advisor. Let's take the super cheap advisor. What a time for like I'm going to reject that. Morale of armies, army tradition, and prestige, whilst we're in the middle of a war against one of our rivals. My goodness. Okay, so I will take this dude. Super cheap. So another morale of armies boost. Exceptional year expired. Okay, so yeah, engaging with this army is going to be quite hard. We do have a tech advantage, and we do have a really good morale boost. The other issue is I don't want to take any kind of penalties here. What's the leader like? 1-2-1 against a 2-2-1, yeah. So I would take a river crossing if I did that. But if I do this, we should have a really good morale boost. Ooh, yes, excellent. Right, so now we can do some scary stuff. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to attempt to annoy the hell out of you here. Right, Desmond's coming down though, which is a bit of a problem. So obviously numbers are against us here, but I'm hoping that the morale, base morale and stuff is going to be enough, and indeed it is. Assuming that Desmond doesn't get here. Yeah, we won that battle. Lovely. So let's recuperate there. And France is dropping a measly 1k stack. Would you believe that? Where's the rest of your army, dude? It's just standing around over there. Alright, obviously we're paying the reinforcement penalties and stuff here. Excellent. Where are you dropping that East March? Yeah, so you're just going to be attacked there. Actually, did every single unit get damaged apart from the cannons? Yeah. Detach you there and do something like that. Yeah, so France, seriously? Like, just drop a whole load more. How's it going over this way? Oh, look at Galicia Volhynia has been released here. And looks like the Ottomans took some land there as well. That's quite interesting. So Poland really is in trouble. So Sweden. See, what I wouldn't mind doing is keeping Sweden's alliance with Scotland on the basis that we could use Denmark to help out there, but I'll get rid of the alliance with Muscovy if I can. So this proper fort here, excellent, good. Have you still not embraced the Renaissance? Yeah, you have. Yeah, I was going to say, what on earth? But yeah, fair enough. Right, move there. Once again, position ourselves into a good spot here, where there's only two possible provinces that they can run through, and we can intercept them on both fronts. So basically, we're just going to probably just stand this army here. Oh my god, imagine if I could get up there. If I could get up there, blockade that army across, that'd be so good. Obviously, a lot of the war score negativity is from all of this over here as well, so that does not help. But I'm not sure we're going to really give much to Ulster here. So I don't think there's any way we can get Desmond out of the war without having to go over there ourselves and siege, which is a bit frustrating. Yeah, just stand this army here, and it should be a pain in the ass. See, we could try to siege. Could be really good if we get to siege it, but then we'll take all the penalties if we decided to siege that, which would be really horrible. So, question. No, we'd have to transport around to get to that. Okay, right. Fair enough. See, I'm just casually keeping my navy nice and locked up here, which is... Right, so where are you headed? Where is this army going? Right, you're standing there. Because if you go over to here, then I will instantly move. Yeah. Happy to just loot here. At the moment, we're getting ticking war score, so... Can I go here? Oh, I can move there. Hehe. So I'm allowing you to go south. But... this province is a grassland, so there's no real problem. So the question is, could I move into Lothian here and engage there? Because there's no defensive things other than the river crossing, which we will get. Which is frustrating. So I'd like to move in here if I can. Yeah, thank you. Oh, I can't go here. Who hits? No, I'll automatically pick up a penalty though. I'll automatically pick up a penalty if I engage there. So if you want to head south, we were discovered in Scotland. That's annoying because obviously it's a good siege bonus if we can. Aha! Hello. France has dropped some troops. Where are you going? Are you going down to de-siege? I need you up here, dude. Get in over here. Ooh, actually, I wouldn't mind if that army just walked. Yeah, here we go. Here, you come back now, because I could use the French. No, you're not coming back. No, we don't occupy the land. That's the problem. So you get out on the 11th. We get there on the 8th. Yeah. So no, change my mind. What I could do is attack that, though. Trade expansion. What do we got here? Trade efficiency. Nice. So I could beat... Oh, I'm not going to catch that stack. That's frustrating. No, I am going to catch that stack. Lovely. So that's... annoys the hell out of Desmond. There's an issue here, though, in that, obviously... we're going to take quite a few penalties if we stay here, but then they look like they're quite scared to come in here. Also, you still have this tech advantage, I suppose. Yeah, obviously we've been discovered here. So, Papal State is now the Papal Controller. Yeah, that's annoying that we were discovered. But I want to keep that there because obviously that's quite important. It helps with sieging, so... gives you better siege ability. So here's the French here. I was just wondering whether the French might be interested in coming up here to help us. I would very much like it if they did. See, that's two heavies. I was tempted to move the fleet around, but that's two heavies. They will deal bad damage to the lights. I need the French fleet to come around here, to be quite honest. Okay, national ideas. See, we could take that, but I'm more interested in the tech here. Obviously, we're still ahead of time on technology, which is good. So I'll be curious to know as to whether they do come in here to engage. You are coming in here to attack, yeah. See, we will be in trouble here. And we will likely lose that battle. It's too late now, we're in here, so... Couple of mercs. Only thing we're going to be able to do is do a consolidate, because we're going to pick up the penalties here. So we may actually be in a spot of bother. Oh my god, really? You're locked in here. When did you get here? Not quite the full morale. We might be okay here. So we're taking a -1, but still, no, we're alright. Luckily, they messed up their line there, which was fantastic. Wait, what? Breton heir. So we've got a noble, a member of the Dru family has become the designated heir. Okay, so we're no longer... So we have a noble here with... No. He's a 333, but we now have the same dynasty as Brittany on the throne there. So let's call him Rene. I don't know. So I don't know. It's kind of French, but Rene. Let's go with that. There we go. Rene de Dru. He's a 333, so he's okay actually. Quite happy for that. So possibilities of some unions and stuff like that, because obviously we have the same dynasty there now. Not quite yet though, but we will do soon once he gets on the throne. So France has gone over here to do some de-sieging over this way, and I'm very happy about that. Because that means we might be able to get Desmond out of the war here. The other thing we need to look at is... Whoa, okay. So we could get Sweden out of the war relatively soon. France is also over here. So that's good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch all of these occupations to Denmark. So basically, I have no interest in this land whatsoever. I'm going to switch it all to Denmark so that Denmark has the war score, meaning that hopefully we might be able to give some land to Denmark, especially if Stockholm falls as well. That would be very, very nice. And at that point I could ransack Scotland big time. So, yeah. So how is our enthusiasm in general here? So Norway's a bit medium, but not too bad over this way. Looks no one's at risk of being separate pieced out anytime soon. Subsidies from France have been cancelled. That's fine. They were paying us quite a bit. In which case, I will... No, he's cheap. There's no point in... Yeah, we're above our force limit as well with mercs, so... part of the other reason, so we'll probably end up taking out more loans. But, yeah, it's annoying that actually. Okay, excellent. That's going to be good because that will prevent any new troops from coming across here. So, Desmond, are we going to be able to piece you out at all? No. We'll win this siege, that'd be great. I'll have free roam over all of this. Have we got Stockholm yet? No, just keeping an eye on that basically over there. 35% though. So the unfortunate thing is obviously all this is going to be de-sieged again, but if we can win the forts, that'll be good. This army here is just standing here. This is so dumb. Obviously keeping the spy network high as well is good. So we've taken out another loan, and Portugal has announced us as a rival. Really? Wow, that's quite interesting. Fair enough. So we've been paying off loans for ages, and now we're just taking more out. Actually, I could do an exchange here, where I pay off this loan. There you go. Just exchange loans, I suppose. If we take out a loan for 100, then just repay one of the 80s. Makes sense. France dropping a few more troops as well, which is good. Right, so let's return this guy. And can we build this back up again? 8th of March. Okay, yeah, so we'll be able to build it back up again, which will be good. So that'll improve our sieging again. And obviously, I want to keep a diplomat kicking around in case we can piece anyone out. For instance, Sweden. So how's about? So Sweden, you have a pretty bad war score here. So let's sue this piece here. So what I want you to do is give up your alliance with Muscovy. I want you to do that, and then return some cores, maybe. Oh, could return some cores to Norway. Give a province to Denmark there. And we return a province over there as well to Norway, which makes them happy. And however much money we can grab. No war reparations, but just so get out the war. There we go. Obviously that makes Denmark happy. We've given them a fort back as well, which is the other good thing. So that makes Denmark a little bit stronger, which is very good. Gets them out the war. So who else is involved here? Just Scotland and Desmond. Okay. So we might be able to get Desmond out of the war. Not yet, but close enough. Obviously, once you win this siege, we'll have free roam over all of Scotland's land here. And it will be a very big mess, I can tell you that. Oh, Ulster has a new unit available again. Right, well, I'm going to end this episode right here, so that's it for now. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been myself, Matt Tomato. Be sure to subscribe to follow the series, and join me next time for more EU4, and I'll play through here with Wales. See you later, guys.